Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the second channel. Hope you're doing very well. Now over on the main channel, we've recently reacted to Village of the Damned from 1960. I'm sure you know that the location of Village of the Damned is supposed to be Midwich. Well, Midwich was actually filmed in Letchmore Heath, Hertfordshire, which is kind of near Watford. I went and I visited the location. I wanted to bring you just the segment of me going to the location itself, and I wanted to bring it as a standalone video to the second channel because I thought you guys might be interested in it. Feel free to go and check out the reaction video though if you'd like to. One other thing is that when I did the reaction, that's in black and white, and so I had the location stuff in black and white in there. However, in this video, I'm going to bring it to you in colour. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoy. This is me visiting Midwich, which is Letchmore Heath. It was filmed, apparently, on location in the village of Letchmore Heath, near Watford, approximately 12 miles, 19 kilometres, north of London. There you go. Letchmore Heath. And this is entering the village from the other side. See? And then that's the guy's house is down there, and then that's the pub there. It's very strange seeing it, and I can see here, I think, the house that the guy, I believe he's got a moustache or something, is sort of nearer the beginning of the film. Have they got I think they've got the daughter. He then comes out of his house and goes to the pub, which is the pub that's right next to me at the moment. It's gonna get dark, so annoyingly I filmed this right at the end of another day that I've been out needing to do stuff, and it's the only day that I think I'm gonna have been able to, like, because I was nearer this way, but it is getting late, so the sun is going down. Good news is that means we'll see it partly at night. Bad news is I would like to also show you, and it's a Sunday at the moment, I want to show you the school. Only briefly from the outside, and it's as we're going to be driving past that you'll see it. At least from Google Maps, it looks completely different. The only thing I do know is the church, because I believe the village street where we see the church shop, you know, right at the beginning of the film where it spins, and then when the titles come on, you see the church. Well, the clock that's on that church was actually placed there by production. Bishop's Church or something. So there's the house that the guy lives in, that one there, in the film itself. And then this is the way up to the school itself. This is just coming out of the village now, and then it should be this on the left, just here, is the school. Okay. In actual fact, there's a couple of entrances to the school, so I'm going to spin round, quickly show you those. Mainly because I don't know which entrance was used in the film itself. This is the entrance that I just passed by a second ago. Not the first one I saw, but then there's another entrance here. And I was trying to see if, which part of the school was used for filming, because there's this as well. Sorry about my dirty windows, by the way. I still need to get a car washed, so apologies. And then there's that. So that's like one of the houses along the side. And then this is the bit of school that I showed you before, which seems to be the actual, I think this is the building. I think it's that there, I think. Again, I'm so sorry about my windows. Oh, look at all the fog though. I'm gonna probably have to chuck a jumper on because it's freezing, and then we'll get going and go for a little wander before the sun goes down properly. There's people watching me at the moment. Yeah, there was people watching me a second ago from one of the cars. So this it says Aldersham PC, Parish of Aldersham. So this must be in Aldersham. I don't remember seeing a sign that says it. And by the way, the pub is called the Green Horseshoes. See what I mean? It says Aldersham. Aldersham. These are the little signs for it. Then this, I think this is the street. Obviously it looks completely different now. Yeah, because I think those houses over there, if I'm right, were the post office and that. You know, the one that gets flooded. There, I think that it's like around there. I think, because then there's this whole green. It's changed completely since then, but I'm going to try and record as much as I can. But obviously bear in mind, these are people's houses, so I might blur some things. There's some like new builds and stuff, but the reason I'm saying it is because so the church isn't actually behind anything, isn't behind any of these houses that are beside me. I can't remember if I've said it, by the way, but just so you're aware, the place that we're in is the place where Village of the Damned was filmed. Because I think this is the shot here with the, I could be wrong, and then the, I don't know, this is used at some point in the film. Yeah, I'm trying to be as respectful as I can be. Bear in mind also, this village is only like 3 streets big. This is the signpost to the Aldersham school, and that's where I've just come from, the green. And then this is the bit where I came in originally. That's just a country road. And then this is the common lane, which goes down the other street that you see in the film. You see sort of the streets in pieces, obviously to make it look like a different place altogether. Bear in mind I'm saying this all with a pinch of salt, okay? So that's where I've just come down. That, I believe, is a country lane, but I could be wrong. And then back lane is this one here. But I'm not entirely sure where anything is in comparison to each other, so... I did not realise I was stood at the very junction where the car has the accident. I didn't know. I was stood there, and it's the point when I go down the road that I had actually driven down the road, and I then come back and walk around the village. There's only a few streets to the village, really, for the most part. And I think it's really funny that the geography in the film itself is fairly accurate when it comes to them walking out of the pub and heading towards the school. That is the direction of the school that they are heading in. But aside from that, when I'm walking around the village itself, I happen upon this T-junction in the road. And yeah, turns out that location, I'm so glad I filmed it, but that part was in fact the location where the car crashed in the film. Well, I'm doing all of this with barely any idea of the geography of the place. Yeah, so this is the road that I drove down. And in front of me is the road that goes to the green where I parked. I could be wrong. Maybe you do see some of these houses in the film itself. I'm trying not to show too much of them, and if there are people in it, or if there are insides of houses that you can see partly, I'm going to try my best to blur or to minimize. So if I do cut out parts of the video, then that's probably why. But I thought it'd be interesting for you to see, also because a lot of you guys aren't in the UK. You don't live in the UK, so I look very posh, don't I? And then that's the pub. Yeah, so when the guy comes out of his house, by the way, he comes out of the house over there, and then he walks over here, but you don't see that obviously, and he goes in the pub. So yeah, I'm gonna be going into the pub shortly. I just wanted to get a drink and some food, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to show you the inside of the pub. There are children here at the moment as well, so I need to just bear that in mind as well. But if I can get you a shot of something, then I will. I have tried, I've seen a few people around, but that's the reason why I came to tack it on the end of today, because I thought, well, if I come in the middle of the week, there's probably going to be more people, potentially, whereas this is late on a Sunday. One thing I might do, I'm going to go and find you the church quickly. I wanted to show you some of the village, and I've never seen it before, so yeah. Okay, I'm just outside Aldersham village now, or just pulled into it now. So you can see the church is over there, just through there. We'll go there in a second, but I really wanted to show you this. Look at that. Look at that mist. Very, very apt for the film we're doing as well. Look at that old car. Okay, I chose the best time of day and everything to come here. Best time of year as well. Yeah, so that's the funniest thing, is that the information that I found out about that church, the thing I found out about it was that they had placed the clock. Obviously the clock is different as to what you can see there, but they placed that clock in the film, like on the church in that film. There you go, now you can see how dark it is. This is Letchmore Heath at night. There's the pub. There's the village. Look at that. Well, this is early evening anyway. I am going in there though. Just had a very awkward conversation with the the waiter, telling him why I was here. And he was like, "Oh, that's great. We said you can get shots of the place if you want to." So there's no one in here at the moment, so I thought I might as well now. Just got out of food and it's dark, I know. Absolutely pitch black, but it was amazing, that food. If you manage to go to it, oh, so good. A little bit pricey, fairly pricey, but genuinely worth it. Probably one of the best roast dinners I've ever had. It's funny, I was just starting out eating food, and this boy was, I think, with another family from another room, and he walked past, or he was part of the pub family, I think, because he seemed to go into the kitchen and back out again. Anyway, he looked at me and then was like, shaking his head, going, "Eating a roast dinner on a Sunday night?" Like that. But it was like a jokey, kind of sarcastic way. It was funny. He did it twice. I was thinking, but yeah, you eat roast on a Sunday night. That's a thing. That's what people do. Does he not know? By the way, just before I started eating, I was looking up about some of the scenes within the film, and then realised when I was looking at screenshots of, you know, the shot with the church that I said about, when it, just before it pans around, I was looking at that street going, no, but that doesn't look anything like the green, which is where I'm currently parked. So I'm mid-editing this, and I just realised the shot of the street that I made mention of a second ago, I kept thinking that that was either the green that I go and walk along, you know, earlier in the video and I show you it. But no, the church shot itself unfortunately wasn't the side that I got footage of. It was actually taken from the other side of the church. So it means the camera was either in like a back alley or a house estate, which was behind it, which was likely maybe a field at the time. I'm not going to look that much into it. But looking on the 3D map on Google Earth, you can see the back end of the church, and you can see roughly what is behind it now. So it gives you a rough gist of where the camera took that shot from. And there's some trees and that behind there, so it's likely that that's, you know, where it took the shot from and then zoomed in, because that's what happens in the shot, it zooms into the church. I know I'm looking too much into this shot. I was just very curious as to how and where they filmed that shot. But the one bit that got me before the pan of the church is the shot of the street, as I made mention. Well, for the life of me, while I was there, could not figure out where that was, until I'm looking at it now with fresher eyes, realizing that it's the street that the guy, if you look to the right of that shot, That's the guy's house, the one who has the daughter. He's got the moustache, that guy that I'm talking about earlier, just opposite the pub itself. And I get a shot at night from the other side, basically where the crane was, but the other side of the green. Could even been the side of the green, because that's a slightly wider part of the road. But that could have been the side that the truck was on. Now, if you're wondering, there is no church on that side of the road. There is just a line of trees. I'm fairly sure there's a river on that side of the road as well. Annoyingly, I didn't get any footage of that side, because when you drive into the village, that's sort of the main focal points. But yeah, looking on Google Earth, there's a whole line of trees there. There's nothing to see. So if you're wondering what was in that space, there you go. Just thought I'd add this little bit in here because I'm mid-editing it now, and yeah, I've just needed to say. So, thanks. All I can do is show you, what I was going to try to do is to try and recreate some of the shots in this. I haven't had time today, unfortunately. But hopefully it gives you a rough gist of, of the area and what things have been like. Just sorry, it's a bit dark now. I would film again, but I can't film anymore other than this. So, yeah. But for the most part, the village is pretty much the same. And also, I was correct in thinking there were some shots filmed on the green part, which is to the left of the pub. Like, looking at a location and then looking back at the film, you then go, wait, now I'm seeing it in a whole completely different light. Because I recognised so many places and then was going, wait, no, that geography is a bit off. That road doesn't lead into that road when I was watching the film. Which I know that's how films are made, but it's just funny seeing that. It was so interesting going there. I absolutely adored the village. If you ever get a chance to go, yes, Letchmore Heath. And what's really funny, I didn't get a chance to film the interior just inside the pub itself, because as I went in, there was families there and there was people at the bar having drinks. But when I walked in, I was like, oh, this is different to what I remembered it in the film. But then looking back at the film, because it's from the opposite side of the room to where I stood at the entrance, it's exactly the same. The pub interior, I think it's changed a little bit, but not that much. For the most part, or if not the entire thing, is exactly the same. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. That was me visiting Midwich, which was Letchmore Heath, Hertfordshire, near Watford. And yeah, if you want to check out the area, then feel free to go and check it out for yourselves. I hadn't seen anybody else really cover this, so that's why I thought I'd do it as a video. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you had a really lovely time checking out this. And if you'd love to check out the full video, which has the reaction and everything in with it, go and check out the main channel video, and I'll probably link it at the very end here. Maybe put it as a little card above as well. I'll link it as many places as I can for you. Also, feel free to subscribe and like the video as well if you'd like to. I don't often post on this channel, I mainly post on my main channel, but then every now and then I'll bring a video over to this channel if I feel like it fits as an extra thing. Yeah, if you like film and you like trivia, then feel free to check out the other channel as well. But yes, I hope you've really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and hopefully I get to see you guys next time.